Check it out. Okay, we are live. Sorry about the wait there. Just making sure everything is up and running, but looks like we are good to go. Today, we're going to go ahead and talk about JavaScript algorithms, and just a quick one while we wait for everyone to get here. It's reversing a string. Now, I am here in REPL IT, which everyone can use. It's online. Just go to, let's go back here, www.REPL, come on, REPL IT, no www needed, just REPL IT. Select the language JavaScript from the drop-down menu, and then, come on, it will load eventually. And here you go. You have a text editor on the left and then the console on the right. So if I do console.log, we can say hi. Looks like people are coming in. Nice to see everyone. We got David. What's up, man? Ramsey is not first today. Not first today, Ramsey. And what's up? Corey says unacceptable. Unacceptable. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into this. Let me know how everyone's doing, by the way. Let me know in the chat. So reverse string is a function, right? We can write a function out two ways. The traditional ES5 way, or we can use something called ES6 and use fat arrow functions. And let's go ahead and give this, let's not make this anonymous. Let's say reverse string, and then we'll go down here and we'll go reverse. And I'll take questions too while we're doing this, so feel free to do that. And that's the fat arrow way to do it. We could make this more concise, we'll talk about that, but we need to put some stuff in here. So reversing a string, what does that mean? Well, it means taking a string of data, or like say a sentence, and then reversing all the, not a sentence, but well, we could do a sentence, but reversing a word or something and making it go backwards. So instead of saying, let's go down here, something like Ricky, the console will put out Rick, something like that. Okay, so let's go ahead and look into that. Let's see who's all here. Corey's learning GraphQL. Sweet. I'll be in and out during this session. Corey says, good to know. Corey, one of the OGs here, so do your thing, Corey. So in this function, we need to put our parameters. Parameters are what's going to go in here, like the string. So if I put string here, that lets me know that, hey, when I write out this function, put something in there. So let's go ahead and do that first. We'll start out with this version first. Function reverse string. Anyone tried Bulma CSS, and why? I'm just hearing about it, Ramsey says. I have heard about Bulma CSS. Bulma CSS reminds me of Dragon Ball Z, but I haven't used it. There's just so many frameworks. I'm going to stick with Bootstrap if I have to use anything, but I really try not to and make my own when I can. So here's our string. This means whatever comes in here, go ahead and reverse it. So remember, if I write out Ricky, that's what my string is up here. Okay? So let's go ahead and just comment this out so you know that we're not using it. We're going to go ahead and turn this into an array. Why would we do that? Well, we get a bunch of options when we get an array. This is probably the easiest way to reverse a string. First, let's declare a function. Const just means it's we're going to declare this. We can't redeclare this variable later. Const str array is going to equal, well, we're going to take our string, right? And we're going to split it. This is going to, hold on, turn it into an array of characters. Let me make sure I'm doing this right. And I'll tell you a little bit more about it in just a second. And we're going to just console log that out to make sure we're doing everything correctly. So we're going to write our function, reverse string, and put down Ricky. And we should see an array of letters. Yes, we do. Okay. Corey says, I was briefly watched a video on that that traversing media died. Let me know if that is true. It doesn't seem like that's something that would happen, but let me know. That's kind of sounds clickbaity to me, but let me know. So we have our console here, console log string array, and we know that we're getting what we need. What this says is take the string and then split it up and put it into an array, and split it by like nothing in between. So this means nothing in between the characters. If we did a space, it would split it up by spaces. And if I went down here, we could say RI, and it was split by spaces. But we don't want to split it by anything. I know it's confusing. Stick with me. Okay. One of the great array methods that we have is reverse, and there are a ton of them. And a great way to learn all about them are by doing algorithms. It's probably the easiest way to learn about these array methods. If we do reverse, it's going to take everything within the array and just flip it around. Here, I'll show you what I mean. I'm going to console log this out again. See, we have Y, K, C, I, R, and we're getting closer. Now, if we want to turn this back into a string, we use join. So you see I'm putting a period on everything. That's called chaining. We do a function, then we do it again. Then we do something else to it by putting a dot at the end, dot join, or a period at the end. And this says, hey, join everything and leave nothing, but leave no spaces, or just join everything as is. And if we do that, we have our reverse string. That is the easiest way to do this. There are a bunch of other ways, like for each. But I usually do these just to get give something to get started, so people that are going to watch this later have something to look at while we get started here. Ramsey David says, Bulma doesn't make all my styling designs come true. Maybe. I haven't heard too much about it. Ramsey says maybe, but I hear Vegeta JS wouldn't like that. That's funny. Jordan says, I think he means that he's not died, referring to traversing media. So we have this console array, right? This is the traditional way to do it, but we can do it with ES6 as well by putting this syntax in with a fat arrow function. Let's see here. What does it want here? Reverse string, reassignment of reverse string, use var let. Let's go ahead and do this. So, well, let's just leave this for reference, right? Okay. This says function reverse string, and then we're going to go ahead and do the same thing, right? We're just going to go ahead and copy this, and it'll give us the same thing. You see, we didn't have to write out function. Ooh, how cool. The difference is that we have an equal sign here, and then the parameters, and then this fat arrow function. But it can get even more concise because there's only one line. If you're in ES6, you can just bring that up to the top. And let's see here. I can do this. We can just bring this up to the top. We don't have to announce any of this and do that. So why can we do this? I know your brain's probably hurting, but this will give us our string. Can we console log it out though? I don't think so. No, this will return the string. So if we're not going to console log this out, if we're not going to, we can just return this, and it'll give us the same output. You see, if I wanted to put a console log, I'd have to put the curly braces there. But if we want to return a string, we just put it up here. If it's one line, we don't have to have return. We don't even have to have these these parameters out here. But I just keep it that way just so I can know that this is the parameters, even though I don't need them because it's a one-liner. And you don't have to have function. Instead, you have a fat arrow. And that's just a quick way to do reverse string. Looks like everyone's we got some people in the chat now, so if you have questions on that and you're watching this at a later time, by all means, let me know. There are a bunch of different ways to do that, like a for each, and then put it on, append it to the end, or for of as well. So check it out. Look for some other ways. That's just the easiest way. I would check out one or two different ways to do it, because if you're going into an interview or something like that, they may want you to do it differently. This is definitely the easiest way to do it. Okay, so Ramsey says, hey Ricky, if you are taking a request, let's see Fizzbuzz. Wasn't that already a video of that? Yes, there was. Fizzbuzz was done in one of the last live streams. I can write it out for you. I'm not going to go ahead and go through all the explanations, but I can probably do it from, I know I can do it from memory. So we have our function here, Fizzbuzz. We put the number. Does anyone know what Fizzbuzz is? Basically, for like every, it's kind of hard to explain. It's in the other video. For every function, for every time that the number goes from 0 to 100, for every time that it's a remainder, every time a number can be divided by 3 and get 0, the remainder is 0, then console log fizz. Every time the remainder, every time a number is divided by 5 and the remainder is 0, console log buzz. And every time that a remainder of a number divided by 15 is 0, then console log fizzbuzz. Ugh. It's super easy, but it's not really. It's like one of the main things that they have you do, like to weed out a bunch of people in interviews, but it's just, I mean, it's not easy. It's just that they want you to do a lot of weird things, so they have you do this just to make sure that you're legit. So let's see, we got some questions here. David Young, multiple of 3 go fizz, multiples of 5. Yes, thank you for saying that right for me. I'm trying to think through this on the fly. And then multiples of 15 go Fizzbuzz. Yeah. Or multiples of 3 and 5 go Fizzbuzz. That's how I do it. Yes. So we are going to go ahead and start from the top, multiples of 15, because in JavaScript, let's see. Here, I'm just going to actually copy and paste what David said here. We're going to put our comments here so we can actually keep track. So multiples of 15 are going to console log out Fizzbuzz. Multiples of 5 are going to console log out Fizz, and multiples of 3 are going to multiples of 5 are going to console log out Buzz, and multiples of 3 are going to console log out Fizz. So what this means is we're going to go through this and console log, and then everything else is just going to console log. Everything else console log the number. Okay, still with me, guys? Let me know. We'll go ahead and try to get through this as fast as possible without skipping over too much. If I modulo 3, which means if the remainder of if the remainder of 3 divided by I is equal to 0, then do this. Multiples of 3, right? Console log and I modulo 5 is equal to 0, then console log Fizzbuzz. Okay, so this is the first one. We got to put a for loop here. No, we got that. Okay. Syntax error, unexpected token. We'll have to go ahead and look into this. Saw this instead. We got the equal sign messed up. Undefined. Well, it's working kind of. If this, else if I modulo, and go ahead and give me some more questions if you want. I modulo 5 is equal to 0, then we're going to console log, and we're going to have to do some troubleshooting here, I can already tell. Buzz else, let's don't forget our semicolons here. Else if I modulo 3, which means I divided by 3 gives a remainder of 0, we're going to console log Fizz. Okay, so if that doesn't return else, just console log I, or the number. Okay, so we went ahead and answered these here, and I'll walk through this right now. Let's go ahead and actually enlarge this a bit. So function Fizzbuzz, and here's our parameter, the number. For I equals 1, because we're going to start at 1 instead of 0, because we want to go through numbers 1 through 0. I don't know why I put I less than or equal to 100. It should be the number. Less than or equal to the number, which is our parameter. Increment I by 1, I plus plus, or you could do something else like I plus equals 1, but most people do I plus plus, and we have to have a for loop for this. Let's go ahead and get rid of that comment. If the remainder of I divided by 3 is 0, and the remainder of I divided by 5 is 0, then we're going to console log Fizzbuzz. Else, if it's only divided by 5, the number is only divided by 5, then, the remainder of the number divided by 5 is 0 and only 5, then console log Buzz. Else if the number 3 divided by the number gives a remainder of 0, then console log Fizz. Like, let's see here, and then console log the number if any other case. Let's go ahead and see if this works. Let's go ahead and run our function. I called it Fizzbuzz. No, we don't have to write out function. Sorry, guys. Put me on the spot here. Why you do that? Why you do that, Ramsey? No, it's all good. Fizzbuzz 100. Let's see if it works on the first try. It does. Okay, so if we go through here, we can see 1, 2, and then the n equals 3 down here, because the number is divided by 3 equals 0, fizz. Then here 5, the number divided by 5 equals 0, buzz. 6, the number divided by 3 equals a remainder of 0, sorry. Not equals 0, equals a remainder of 0, buzz. So I hopefully that answers your question there. Sorry about that. Not a lot of comments, but we still have people watching. So what's good with you guys? Let me know if you like that type of stuff. If you don't, I think it's just a good way to get started in the morning, get more people interested, and then have something to watch while we have more viewers coming in. Another cool thing, not so cool to me. Let's move this camera over a bit. Another cool thing is I'm gonna upgrade my PC rig, and I don't want it. So I got to make a new custom build, and it's probably gonna set me back around $2,500. But I really got to make an upgrade for content creation, and this thing's running on Windows 7. We got to upgrade to Windows 8. Gets a bigger hard drive, maybe 1 or 2 hard drives, and new monitors, 27-inch, 3 27-inch monitors. So I'll make a video about that if you guys want that. I know this is a software channel, but let me know. Good work, Ricky Ramsey says. Driving so comments will be light. Yeah. Keep those comments light if you're driving, Ramsey. Yeah, don't do that. But I feel you, man. All right. So let me know if what you guys think about that. David Yang says upgrade again. What's wrong with the Threadripper? I was gonna get that, but I didn't. I like doing the whole thing. So my RAM, I haven't upgraded this thing in about 3 years, which is good, but I didn't know how much I was going to get into content creation. I knew I was going to use it for that, but like it's really taken over, and of course with software development too, I really value screen space a lot more than I used to. So yeah, it's time to upgrade. I never actually got into Threadripper. I'm going to go with the what is it, the 8700, the i7 8700 from Intel, because it supports things like Photoshop. It's rather, Adobe is optimized for Intel stuff, so that's why I'm doing that. Yeah, so getting a GTX 1080 Ti. Hopefully they'll drop in price by the time I get all these things done. I'm gonna wait probably till I get paid, of course, but let's see how things are looking then, and just save up a bit here. I've got my shopping list of things I want, and I can use a few things like the keyboard, the mouse, this stuff doesn't have to go. I can use the power supply. What's a couple of other things I can use? The fans, I don't have to buy new fans. So not too bad. I don't have any Threadripper. I have it's 40, I can't remember what it is, even 4700. I bought it so long ago. CPU from Intel, works great. Only one video card though. I have 2 running in SLI, but it's not really optimized for Adobe Creative Cloud stuff. But what that means for you is the monitors that I'm getting are going to be better for content creation, better color recognition, like color. How can I say this? The colors are going to be more accurate, and all that stuff, all the stuffs. So yeah, the K variant or the non-K. I got the K variant because it was 2.5, 3 years ago. I didn't know the differences. I know that you can overclock them now, and I never overclock my stuff. So I'm not going to get the K version this time around. But mostly a lot of the expensive stuff is coming from the 3 monitors. They're not too bad, like $184 each, and then the graphics card. But then, you got to get a new motherboard, new RAM. I'm going to do 32 of DDR4 RAM. This sounds like, tech talk, weird talk, let me know. I think we're in a safe place to do this, though. So definitely doing that. No gaming for me, though. So no gaming here. I got to make sure I have enough desk space here. Probably move the old printer here. Move that down, and then I have a scanner here, which I've used maybe twice. So hopefully that'll give me enough room to put some more monitors on this desk. I mean, it's pretty big. I just haven't really optimized it to do that. And these are like 21-inch, I think. So a big upgrade. I want to do a 32-inch, but it's just too ridiculous. It's way ridiculous to have a 32-inch monitor. So, yeah, what's going on with you guys? Let me know. I guess I could probably show you. I'll tell you what I've been doing about the React portfolio here. Let's see if I start it here. npm. Let's see here. cd. I did have. Why did I do that? I did have someone reach out to me to do a review on a learning platform, and it has some pretty cool stuff in there. So we'll see what's in the works for that. Let me know how you guys feel about that, or if I'm a sellout. Oh, another one that I want to do since I'm using it is LinkedIn Learning, and give you a review on that. Granted, it is the same content from lynda.com, but there might be a few differences, or maybe someone doesn't know about it, or what the differences are, or even if you want to, go through that, and I'll definitely hook you guys up and let you know how it goes, because I've been using that for the past week, and I've been surprised by some of the software courses, the newer ones anyway, have been a lot better than what I used in the past. npm start. Let's see here. Ramsey says, yep, this is a safe place, Ricky. No one's stealing lunch money here. David Yang. A good selection of the non-K means more money can be spent on better SSD or monitor. 3 monitors. Okay, so I have this up here. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look. I just added some routing. I was going to put these like different colors and stuff, but the underline seems to be the best. And I've also done this for the mobile version as well. And I've coded up a 404 error page, but I still have to. So if I put anything like this, whoops, the path you have doesn't exist. So I got to do a few things here. See, so this gives you the path. The path SQR doesn't exist. And I found these all from Tyler McGinnis React Router courses. These are the best for React Router. It's like a whole course dedicated to React Router, but I had to put some animations in here as well. I know I was going to do the props, but I just decided to do this instead. Just what I gravitated towards, and I got farther and farther along and just decided to go with that. So yeah, that's what's going to come up later this week. Well, later this weekend, I should say. It's 11:13 a.m. here in Idaho. Good old Idaho. Gotta love it. I actually do like Idaho a lot, but yeah. Go ahead and ask me anything, whether it be about life or anything like that, coding, camera gear, any of that. I'm all for it. I think I'll share this with the Facebook group that I'm with, the programmers, self-taught programmers. So let's go ahead and go here and go on and save this, or share this. How do you share? Anyone knows how to share, let me know. Oh, you can't. Oh, there we go. We can share right here. Got it. Sweet. I just never share from the live screen. Here, let me show you what I mean. If I can find the right screen here. Yeah. All right. So down here, this is where you can find it, but I can never find that link. I don't use it a lot. So bear with me here. Come talk web development with us. One thing I've been doing, or several things, but I've been doing a lot more Node again, Node and Express. And of course, working on ES6 and design patterns and all that stuff. But Node and Express heavy at work. So I can learn how to make these single app applications that we can do one-offs of, host them up, use them so they can run in tandem with the rest of our business. And I'm excited about that. Very excited. So definitely something to look forward to. Let's see, what do we got in comments here? How's life? Life is good. Has the internet gone kaput yet? No. Internet is running strong. One of the few things I have running strong, and it works great with this TV because all we use is YouTube. We don't have anything else, and I don't really want anything else. I'm all about that YouTube. See, I'll just put it right here for a minute. Let's see if we can push that over. See, my big old TV I'm so happy to have. It's a 65-inch TV. So I don't typically spend too much money on things, but when I do, I make sure that they're good purchases. Like my car outside, it works, and that's all I need. So I keep it that way. But with content creation stuff, I really want to make sure that push it up. TV is an exception, but it's not going to cost me as much as this stuff. But you know, I haven't had a TV for years, like almost all my 20s. So I got a good one. Oh, I am 30, by the way. I just had my birthday on May 9th, so I'm an old man. So there you have it. Thanks for hanging out with me and bearing with me. With us and talk. Sorry, I'm doing another poster. So thanks for hanging out with me and bearing with this old man here while we while I move into old age, because you know I'm in the tech industry. 30 is pretty much an old grandpa. No, I don't think that's true actually. In the tech space, it seems like people are getting the median age is moving up. So thank you, Ramsey. Happy birthday to me. I was gonna say happy birthday to you too. So we've talked about React Router. We've talked about a few things like Fizzbuzz and things like that. But what about what else do you guys want to talk about? Because that's really what the live stream is for, is to talk and see what everyone's got going on. I told you about what I've got going on. This React Router stuff for the project. I'll get a video up this week. That's pretty much all I got here. Stocked up on supplies and got ready to code it out. I'm finally back on track where I can code out a lot, but I definitely need to upgrade this computer. The hard drive is nearly maxed out, which is a bummer. And then, you know, I get it like, oh yeah, just clean it up. No, I already did that. Oh, just remove, like, you know, programs that you don't use that take up a lot of space. Did that. So, you know, it's kind of painful. It's kind of a bummer. So just trying to make that work is tough. You know, now it's time to upgrade, unfortunately, but gotta do it, right? You got to do it for the views, for the Facebook views. Currently, we've hit 3,200. Let me get the exact number. 3,209 subscribers. So I'm happy about that. Moving up slowly all the time, and I do gotta get some new content out for sure. Do I know Java? Nope, just JavaScript. The only programming language that I know is JavaScript. JavaScript is my bread and butter. But I will say this about that. I use, I know Node. I know React now. I could be better, but I feel very confident in Node. JavaScript, of course. ES6 syntax for the most part. And, you know, Ajax, jQuery, and Express. What's something else I know? Node, React. Oh, and MongoDB. I did some MongoDB too this week, and I'm jazzed about that, pumped. So I'm gonna go back and do the full stack. So this summer, I believe I will be a fluent in full stack after going through all these things over and over and over. So I don't know Java, just JavaScript, and I really believe that you should learn the language that you have fully. Like, you should fully understand that language to the best of your ability and be able to solve a lot of problems. So, like, say if I knew something else, like Java, or I needed a back-end language, learn PHP, learn how to make those things work together before I add something else, like, I don't know, PHP, we got Java, we got JavaScript, C Sharp, you know. I saw a post on Facebook just the other day about someone's like, I know HTML, CSS, JavaScript, C Sharp, Python, and I'm like, whoa, slow down there. You got too many things. He's like, I just can't seem to figure it out. You all seem to be ahead of me. It's because you're learning too many different things, too many different syntaxes, but not actually going into the problems, like HTTP verbs, and, well, how do I send this data back and make it work in a database, and then send a response back? Like, that's what you should be worrying about, and then the syntactical stuff, worry about that later. But it's hard to wrap your head around those concepts. They can be really hard, like sending data back and like parsing it and all this stuff, and working with APIs and making your own API. That's hard stuff. I hope that answers your question, Ramsey. We got 7 watching. That's pretty good. That's not too bad today. Comments a little sparse today. That's all right. We can't have comments all the time, but I'd love to hear them. So let me know what you guys got going on, or any questions that you have for me. That's what we're here to do. Oh, and if you do like this video, of course, you know what to do. Got to hustle for those likes, subscribes, all those things. If you haven't, and if you didn't get a notification about this or different videos, and you're wondering why, you might have to hit the bell notification. Just an FYI, if you're looking into doing that, hit the bell notification icon. What do you guys think about? I know I've done them in the past, but they didn't go super well. More like soft skill stuff, because I know a lot of people do that. Like Aaron in beta does that kind of stuff, where we talk about, like, you know, what is it like to do this, or suffering burnout. And I did that a while back. It did help the channel, but I haven't done so many, and I don't know, is it just because my channel was small, or if those weren't actually topics that we were looking into. The best videos, of course, are the reviews on online learning platforms, not necessarily on web development, but some of those web development videos are up there too. Udacity, but that's not specifically front-end web development. Yay, nay, let me know. Just going through here, waiting for a bit, seeing what's going on. Looks like, well, it's been 32 minutes. Not very many comments, which is fine. But I don't really have much to talk about unless we have some discussion here. So if I don't get any comments within like 5 minutes, I think we'll go ahead and wrap this up. And so I can get started on my day, start coding out here, so I can get that next produced video out. Maybe do another one talking about burnout or something like that. If you guys have any topics, let me know. Some topics that you've been wondering about, because I'm freeing up a bit of time now to do more than just one produced video, maybe 2 produced videos and a live video, or maybe 2 live streams. They just do take up time, you know, to set up and stuff. David says, what about reviewing programming books? I've done a few. That's a good idea. Some good ones are Clean Code. It's just been a while since I read it, but Clean Code helped me out a ton. Let's go ahead and share this here. It's this one right on the side here. Clean Code and Code Complete. But Simple Programmer has actually a book list. Simple Programmer has a great book list to look into. Not these ones. Dude, I hate this pop-up. Tell John to get rid of these pop-ups. I hate the pop-ups that they have on here. Yes, I get that it drives sales, but it's at what cost? You know, you're kind of I think it's a bad way to do things. Where did he has a post here, like the Simple Programmer best books for software developers. Definitely check this out. Worth the time. David says, nothing against the learning platforms, but I think books are kind of overlooked. I used to think that too, but it depends on what you're doing. Node.js and MongoDB and React, no way. Like, I would never go back to books. And I have tried. It's just that they get outdated so fast. By the time you get to that, it's gone. It's done. There are a few that aren't. John Duckett's, not John Duckett, what's his name? Douglas Crockford's JavaScript, The Good Parts is a good one to watch. But a lot of things have changed, you know. So that's a reason why, especially in like this like front-end development space, why videos are better, because they can be produced faster and they can be replaced. Like old videos can be replaced, or something that's changed can be replaced, versus books. Books suck because they don't change. Daniel says, I think soft skills are good. Soft skills are good. Soft skills are needed. A while ago, I was doing Pluralsight's emotional IQ stuff, and they had a bunch of good stuff here, like knowing yourself and others, speaking fundamentals, informational interviews, changing it up. You know, even this one, turning the corporate ladder into an escalator, is great. It's one of my favorite ones, actually. Even if you're not going to go up the corporate ladder, it's a really good course to check out. And these are all soft skills, and they have it on like a path. So let's see, I'm on one of these paths. So let's go ahead and check out the paths. Look, I'm proficient in video and audio production. Who would have thought? React, I'm a novice. But I took this a long time ago and I haven't uploaded it. So let's see here. Development. I'm trying to find this path here for you guys, so bear with me. Here we go. No, not that one. Introspection and mindfulness and technologist is a great one to do. Let's see. There's another one here. Upgrading your technology career is another good path, and there's a lot of them there. You don't have to go through all of them, but I thought they were great. Granted, if you're a beginner, maybe don't start out here. Start out with Treehouse. But if you've gone through Treehouse, you know some stuff, this is definitely the place to be. Lynda.com has good stuff too. What's up, Sultan Tech? Thanks for coming by. So there's a place I would go. Let's actually look at LinkedIn Learning. LinkedIn.com/learning. I think we can just go right in here. Yeah, so here's LinkedIn Learning. It is basically just taking all the stuff from the database from Lynda and just putting it out in this new form. Lynda, I think, is better, but if you're going to have LinkedIn Learning, you don't need a lynda.com account. I'll just put it that way. You don't have paths, but it definitely will help you with all these different types of videos they have. So it's pretty cool. Gives you some progress, what's been saved, learning history. So I'll go over this and do a a produced piece, and put it out and give you my full thoughts on it. All right, well, it seems like that is going to be it for today. I appreciate you guys coming by, talking with me. It's been a little bit of a short live stream today, but hey, you know, that's just the way it is. Maybe we'll do another one tomorrow if we have some new things to talk about. I'm not quite sure I will, but I appreciate you guys coming by, and if you're watching this at a later time, feel free to leave a comment, you know, ask questions, and I'll do my best to get back to you and give you a response. All right, talk to you later. Bye.